If you're anywhere in the automotive restyling, ceramic coating, window tinting, regular detailing industry or niche, this will be the most valuable 10 minutes anybody has ever dropped for free on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, with absolute value, no bullshit, no crap, no crud, just straight value. Let's get straight to it. So, where a lot of people actually get their leads, clients, are one of three ways: paid ads being number one, number two, organics, number three, word of mouth. Obviously, there's more miscellaneous, but these are the main three. These are the big three. Paid ads: Google, LSA, Facebook, plus Insta, so basically Meta, organics, informational content, and then word of mouth. This kind of just rolls on as you grow and scale as a business. So, breaking down, low ticket is going to be allocated towards Google. So anything 300 and below is going to be allocated to Google. And then ceramic coatings, PPFs, anything of your higher ticket, anything above 700 plus is going to be allocated to Meta. The way that you position this is the Meta is going to feed into your organics. They're going to work side by side. So organics and then paid work side by side. Let me move my camera so you guys can see. And then they'll kind of feed into it. So the organics is going to inform your customer, okay, this is what a ceramic coating actually does. This is what a detailing actually does, because most people don't know the difference between a ceramic coating, a detail from a quick wash and back unless they're informed. This is actually what it does for XYZ. This is what it does for your paint specifically. So then they're more informed on the product or service. And the way that you want to actually have your paid ad structured is something that we like to call in the industry as an undeniable offer. Something that people would say it's stupid to not do, or it's stupid if I don't book right now. So the way that we have it structured for high ticket is 3-year, $597, 5-year, $999, and then 10-year plus just depends on the shop or detailer itself. The reason why we actually position these at lower ticket prices is so that we can upsell them depending on their vehicle's condition. So for example, if somebody needs a two-step along with the coatings, then that's going to be an upcharge just depending on the person on how they charge. Same with the 5-year, is if they need a two-step or if they need something else, maybe you upsell them also on an interior detail or a maintenance. That's something that you could offer as well. Next is going to be tying in your organics with your paid ads. Going more in depth with this, it's going to be informational content. So info on the service that you're doing. So if you're advertising ceramics, you're going to differentiate what it does for your paint and what happens. So basically, process of how you guys come to actually do these, and then consequence. What happens if you don't? So possibilities, your paint could get X, Y, and Z. It could get rusted. It could do this. It could do that. Consequence, so that they actually feel more inclined to book with you. Another thing with organics is actually you want to build yourself, because people buy from people that they like and people that they trust. So if you can show humor alongside with the info, double points. Double points for this one. You get 2x bonus. If you mix your humor, tie it in with your info, and you kind of tie it into one neat bow. But none of this matters if you don't have a dialed in sales process. So our sales process to actually land low ticket versus our high ticket, I'll break it down. So low ticket, it's going to be SMS, client answers the SMS, then you shoot them a call, then you book. For high ticket, something similar, but with a couple more steps. SMS, call, deposit. Always want to secure at least a $20 to $50 deposit for these ceramic coatings. Obviously, you want a higher ticket deposit when it comes to higher ticket jobs. I recommend 10% for the deposit, and then you go ahead and book them in. Obviously, there's repercussions when it comes to actual follow-up systems, and I'm going to break it down to you here in about 2 seconds. The follow-up system is actually through Go High Level. So this is a CRM I use for all the detailers I work with, and it goes like this. It shoots them a text, so basically that initial SMS, and it's one of two ways. Client responds, client doesn't respond. So if a client responds, gives you a notification, and then you call. Client doesn't respond, you go into another SMS. Client responds, notification, then you call. Client doesn't respond, then you go into another SMS. Client responds, client doesn't respond, you get the gist, so on and so forth until they either book with you, block you, or they say fuck you and stop. So those are the really three main ways that you want to be a conclusion-based person. You want to go for the conclusion of the yes or no. Conclusion, yes or no. You really want to squeeze this out of the person, because then you can know, okay, can I move on to the next, or do I have to keep following up with you? If they don't give you a definitive yes or no answer, follow up with them until they do. So now that we have these three things established, you got to figure out, okay, when is it time for me to actually hire an employee, hire help? And I'm here to tell you, it's whenever you get to 75% capacity with your regular stuff. So let's say detailing's at 75% capacity, and you want to start transitioning over to higher ticket jobs. Oops, excuse my writing. Higher ticket jobs. So you're going to delegate the detailing to a helper for a flat wage of anywhere from $15 to $20 an hour, depending on their skills. Obviously, this can range. So you can focus on the higher ticket jobs, coatings, maybe even tinting. And then once you transition into maybe a location, depending on what your size is, I always recommend detailers starting to transition into a physical shop or location at around 8 to 12 grand a month. This is kind of the sweet spot, because you understand that there's real money into detailing, and you've done it for so many months consistently. There's right steps to actually do things rather than just wing it and figure it out as things go. So now that you've transitioned into a shop, PPFs are unlocked, having an actual schedule of employees come in and have specialties and special jobs, stuff like that, you'll figure it out as time goes on. Every owner is different, depending on if you want to be an active owner or if you want to be a more of a work on the business owner, try to scale to different locations, different shops. But this is the real base on how a lot of the detailers are growing and scaling, is those three things: paid ads, organics, and sales process. If you have those three dialed in, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to scale past 20K a month. As long as you have the right teams, everything, right systems in place. Systems is another video, but if you guys stick around for that, that's all the free sauce leaked on basically how I get detailers from a certain point and get them to a different point. It was really just with those three bases. If you guys like this type of content, follow for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.